What's up, Marvel Snappers? Welcome to another Deck Tech video. I recently pulled Luke Cage on the collection track, so I wanted to give him a try. The most obvious pairing with Luke Cage is Hazmat, and I was playing around with a Wong style build, and it was just getting disrupted far too often with leeches and arrows and cosmos, so I wanted to try something else. So we still have the Luke Cage that prevents cards from being reduced, and we're running the Hazmat as well. And we have Absorbing Man as a way to double up that ability, but the rest of the deck focuses on playing some larger cards so that we can make a pretty big board presence. We have Typhoid Mary that benefits from the Luke Cage, and Lizard actually benefits from Luke Cage as well since it can't receive the -3. But as backups for these cards, we also have Enchantress that can turn off their negative abilities, and Zero, who can do the same. And with both Zero and Enchantress, it makes Red Skull a fantastic inclusion, and then Taskmaster can copy the Red Skull or the Typhoid Mary. The rest of the deck is flexible. We're running a Scorpion for an early play to reduce the power of cards in their hand, and we also have Green Goblin as just a negative body to put on their board, but neither of these cards perform too well. We also have Psylocke, who allows you on turn 3 to play herself and Zero, so that on turn 4 you can Red Skull, which lets you Taskmaster on turn 5, which frees up the turn 6 to Hazmat and Absorbing Man. The power of these two is if your opponent's board is relatively full, these two cards can represent -10 or 20 power on the opponent's side of the board, and if you are able to get Luke Cage in play early, you're unaffected by these effects, or there's a chance that your cards are just already so much bigger than your opponent's that you can eat the negative power and eke out another location successfully using this strategy. Overall, this deck felt okay. I managed to stay at cube parity, but I had some fun piloting it. I'm sure there's improvements that can be made, and I'll be doing some more exploration with Luke Cage in the future. But for now, let's hop into some games. Alright, first up is the Baxter Building. It'll be a great home for Typhoid Mary, and we have the Luke Cage. They go with a Sunspot to start, which is actually good for us because they'll maintain priority if we find the Hazmat. They snap, but we have a pretty good spread here. Our power is being pulled in quite a few directions here. Sunspot deck might have a hard time filling up Nidavellir. Let's fight over these two. Oh, they wave. Okay, so they'll probably play something big to the vault. We can get Typhoid Mary down here. Maybe they end up leadering and it bites them. Yep. Alright, Hazmat would be our perfect draw. We can just give up the Void, give them a -4 Goblin thanks to the Typhoid Mary, and we can get Luke Cage down here. The Black Panther. We get the Hazmat. We have priority. This is only 5, doubling to 10 if they successfully Artem Zola. I think we'll end up being okay here. Because they go 10, or well, this will get reduced twice, so should only be 3. Yeah, I think this'll do it. Hopefully we get to see Hazmat Absorbing Man do what they're supposed to do here. And if they Artem Zola the leader, we're also fine. Yeah, they Artem Zola. And yeah, they hit the leader, which isn't going to do much for them. They don't even end up winning the vault. Fantastic. We take all 3 locations. Great to see that working out as intended. Let's hop into another one. Alright, first up is the Dark Dimension. We can actually hide Luke Cage there, which could catch them by surprise. Yeah, let's get Luke Cage there. And then Typhoid Mary will make our board look much smaller than it actually will be. They're Psylocking into something. It's a little bit nerve-wracking. Let's Green Goblin them, though. Yeah, the opponent snaps. I imagine they put something scary here into Dark Dimension. No, just a really early Mr. Negative. Alright, well, they're not going to be able to do much in this lane. We can Red Skull here next turn. So let's go Lizard 0. I'd have to put 11 here, which is pretty unlikely. We can get the Red Skull down and then reevaluate next turn. They're putting something big here. Yeah, we're already winning this location by a lot. They might think they can remove the power from our Lizard. So let's just go all in into Fisk Tower. Hope they don't have a Shang-Chi. That's the one thing that gets us. Because yeah, I don't think they can put 11 here. Fingers crossed. It's a little sketchy since we don't know what these are. Yeah, and the opponent just retreats. An early Mr. Negative like that can be pretty scary, but this section of their board was so clogged down, and then we were able to put pretty massive power here, which is fantastic. Let's hop into another one. Alright, we don't know what Westview is going to become, so we don't have really any information yet. Monster Island is interesting. Let's get the Scorpion down for now. We know this location's at least safe for a little bit. You go with Angela. So that's going to be a great home for our Green Goblin. And then we can get Typhoid Mary and then Future State Lizard over into Morale. Bishop. Ooh, okay, yeah, perfect. And we get the Luke Cage. So we can go with the Typhoid Mary, and then next turn go Luke Cage, Lizard, 0. Okay, Mr. Negative, but they only have 2 draws to take advantage of it. Yeah, let's go Lizard, Luke Cage here. We don't have any other 1-drops, so let's just save the 0 for now. Iron Man. That was a full cost Iron Man, so they could have 2 negative cards to play this turn. Don't know if Enchantress ends up being enough here, but they probably commit something here. And then we can just play to both of these locations. They'll have to put at least 4 here, buffing up the Angela, and then at least 2 here and something else here. With multiple negative cards, it's very likely. But we could win this location by surprise, which means they might not fight over both of these. Let's give this a try. Okay, so they only play here. Is it like a Doctor Doom or something? Oh, Blue Marvel. Oh, and an Ironheart. Don't hit the monster. Whew. That was super close. But by shutting down the Iron Man, yeah, we won this location by surprise, and they didn't really fight over Monster Island. Nice. Let's hop into another one. Alright, first up is the Hellfire Club. That won't impact us much. Let's see what we draw if it changes anything. Red Skull. Yeah, we might want to get the Red Skull down on 4 so we have the opportunity to Enchantress it rather than playing the Typhoid on 3. Let's give that a try. Get the Lizard. So yeah, so we can Red Skull into Throne Room next turn. Okay, the Ironheart here, which means they might Odin this location in the future. We can get the Red Skull down now. And then we'll be able to Typhoid Mary Luke Cage on turn 6. They brew, yeah, so we're definitely not winning the big house. Get Enchantress down here. Although with 30 power, do we even care if we give them +8, especially since the Brood hit over here? Let's actually just play Typhoid Mary this turn and give ourselves some flexibility on the last turn. Yeah, and the opponent just retreats. Maybe that was good enough to snap, but at least we managed to take that one. The 30 power Red Skull, and the throne room was just absolutely massive. Let's hop into another one. Alright, first up is Monster Metropolis, which is going to be really good for a zeroed Red Skull. And we have the Taskmaster to follow that up. We can put the Taskmaster or Red Skull to Throne Room. Ooh, and we can even get that rolling on turn 4. So let's actually get the Lizard down over here, since we're going to have Taskmaster and Red Skull for here. They forge. Ooh, Wakandan Embassy is pretty good too. So let's go Psylocke 0. They're probably a Silver Surfer deck, but being able to double the 17 power is going to be really strong for us. Let's snap on this. They Polaris. Not the greatest use of their forge. We can get the Red Skull down. And they Killmonger the 0 off. But that also gets rid of their 5 power Nova. Oh right, it was getting the +3 from Monster Metropolis. But we can copy the Red Skull here. And this is definitely looking like Silver Surfer, so I feel like these numbers are going to be high enough to take it for us. A Sarah. So this is still going to end up being 8 power here, and losing 2 here doesn't matter too much. So let's just beef up this Monster Metropolis location. Shang-Chi would get us. I'm pretty sure this is Silver Surfer. The Forge is for the Brood. Yeah, I don't think we have to fear Shang-Chi. Yep, that's not gonna do it. Typhoid Mary is just too big. And we take 4 cubes, excellent. I hope you enjoyed the games and got to see the power of Luke Cage in action. There's definitely some fun interactions with this card, and reducing power on the opponent's side of the board is a great feeling. As always, if you have any questions or feedback for me, make sure to leave those in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.